This is one of those videos where it's real talk at its finest, and I'm about to talk to you guys as my friends, as people who support the channel, and just as another human being. Okay, now this is gonna be obviously real. Okay, as I said, I'm being as real as I possibly can, just to make sure that you get to keep extra money or extra pennies in the bank or in your pocket, otherwise where you could have spent it because maybe you didn't realize. So for this video anyways, it's called 5 signs as to why you might be fake rich. And I mean it, and I mean that fake rich where like it looks like you're balling to other people, so meaning it looks like you've got hella money, like you know you're swimming in money. Maybe you're not even swimming in money, but people know you that, oh yeah, that's Tim, or that's John, or that's whoever, he's got money. When deep inside, you know your pockets. You and your pockets know each other very well. And you know that your pocket knows that you have nothing in the bank. Whereas other people, they see you with nice stuff. They think you've got, you're living in it. You're doing really, really well. Well, that's not the case. And as I said, I'm about to get real with you guys. So as I said, these are 5 signs that's going to allow you to maybe spot something. Maybe there's something wrong here. I need to amend. So tip number 1, or the first one that we're going to be talking about, is, guys, your clothes. Okay, your clothes. Yes, the clothes that you wear. That's exactly what I'm talking about. For a lot of us, let's not lie, especially men and women of this generation, we love shopping. Women, let's not talk about that, because a lot of women, obviously we can go around the other, sort of statement where, it's not just women that love shopping, it's guys as well. The majority is obviously women, but you'd be surprised because in this generation, we've got guys who are addicted to shopping. They go shopping pretty much every weekend, during the weekdays as well. Like, let me just nip and just get a new tracksuit, a new Nike tracksuit, Adidas, or whatever it is. Little do you know that all of these are adding up and they're setting you back. You need to stop looking at your money as in per month or per day, or even per hour, how much do I earn, but start looking at it per year. How much am I spending on clothes? When you start to crunch some numbers and do the maths, you're going to quickly realize that, whoa, maybe this is way more than I anticipated. Why? Because you might go 2-3 months without spending a dime on clothes. Let's just use that as an example, okay? But if you go out in one day because you're like, I've been so good for 3 months, like I can't even remember the last time I went shopping for clothes. And on that 4th month, you go out and spend 500, 600 pounds. And you let it go another 2 months, you're like, oh my days, it's been a minute because I don't shop every single month, right? You go out and spend another 500 to 600 pounds. Already you're looking at $1,200, for example, if you spend 600. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot of money. Let's not kid ourselves. And I'm being generous because a lot of us, we do know when you go out shopping, dollar bill, okay, it's papers and stacks that's coming out. By the way, if you're finding value in this video, it's meant to not hurt anyone's feeling, but it's meant to help out. My goal for this channel is to help as many people as I can to reach financial freedom. So if I can do that, or if I can even just about get into your head and make you realize, then hey, my job here is done. So smash that like button if you haven't already done so, because it helps the YouTube algorithm push this video to more and more people that need to see this. So tip number 1 is your clothes, guys. You need to make sure you have the clothes that you need, pretty much, okay? And if you want to say, oh, I want to cheap, maybe go to the thrift shop, okay, or whatever it is, anywhere that's cost effective or cost efficient, that's going to allow you to have something nice or whatever it is. I'm not saying every single now and then don't do this, but it all depends on your goals, isn't it? If you want to arrive there quicker or a lot sooner, okay, some people say, oh well, I don't want to get there as quick, I don't really mind. Whereas like, well, you might want to rethink that mentality, because that mentality might not even get you there to begin with. So not that, oh, I don't want to get there, for example, sooner, but it might not even get you there, because to be a lion, you need to have a lion's mentality, a mentality to dominate, to be strong, even when you're tired of trying your side hustle, your business, but you still turn up and show up anyhow, because it only takes that one day for your video to blow up or to have a success in your business or whatever it is, or whatever venture that you're going down. So It's super, super important. Have a game plan for your life and for your money. Let's talk about the second one. This might hurt a few people, okay? Tip number 2, guys. This is a sign that you might be fake reaching it, okay? I do know some people say fake it till you make it. Trust me, guys. There's a lot of things that are not true about that statement as well. Okay, the nice side is like, I'm just gonna, fake it till I make it sort of thing. But hey, if fake it till you make it means that you go and take a bunch of things or adding a bunch of food on your plate that you can't finish, then do you see what I mean? You're gonna be in trouble. Or if you're doing it to impress people or friends that don't even like you in the first place, then you're going to be in trouble, my friend. Faking it and making it, you might go broke before you actually make it. So anyways, tip number 2 that you might be faking it is car payment. Get rid of your car payment if you do have any, especially if you want to achieve financial freedom. I am not talking to the person who loves their 9-to-5 job and wants to stay at their 9-to-5 job and they love it and it's the best thing that's ever happened to them for them to have a 9-to-5 and they just can't see a day without them spending time in their 9-to-5. We are not talking about you guys. It's a finance channel. So we're talking about those individuals that dream to be in a position where they're financially free one day. You need to make sure you get rid of as much debt as possible. Use the snowball method, the Dave Ramsey method, where you start with the smallest debt and then you start tackling that and then build that momentum up. But we're talking about the car payment. If you've got a car payment, if you've got a car that you can't afford, meaning if you've got a car you can't buy twice or 3 times with the amount of money that's left over, then I'm sorry, my friend, you can't afford that. You cannot afford it. Why? Because it's hindering you from allowing you to not even just achieve it quicker, to achieve your goal, period. Because if your biggest tool, okay, your biggest asset generator, which is your income, if your income is going elsewhere to someone else's pocket, if you're feeding your money to someone else's mouth, which a car payment is exactly that, you couldn't afford it. Okay, that's why they had to break it into small chunks to allow you to be able to pay. And obviously, they're not just going to make you pay the exact amount, because then you're cheating them out. So meaning they're going to slap that interest on top. Now you're in debt. So if you can get rid of that, okay, buy yourself a nice little decent car that allows you to get from point A to point B, and you are nice. You are sorted, my friend. You don't need a car payment. It's not a must, okay? You can drive about with a Ford Ka. A lot of people love to demonize Ford Kas, but guess what? They get you from point A to point B. Wherever you drive from point A to point B in a Lamborghini or in a Ford Ka is still point A to point B. So meaning you're both going to arrive there in one piece. You're not going to arrive there like all new and like, I don't know, like all of a sudden you've transformed because you traveled in a Lamborghini and I traveled in a Ford Ka. We're still going to get there, especially if we're going to the same destination, same party, whatever it is, we're still both going to turn up. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. But that's tip number 2. Tip number 3. Now, this is where it gets controversial, and you see a lot of TikToks, a lot of videos, YouTube videos telling you get credit card. As soon as you're 18, get a credit card, get credit card. But they don't tell you how many people are in debt because of credit cards. I used to be one of them, so I'm talking from experience here. I'm feeding you guys things that I use and things that I practice. It won't make sense or won't be fair if I told you guys things that I don't do. Do you see what I mean? So avoid credit cards at all costs, to be honest with you. Let me just be serious. Some of you guys might go, well, I need my airline points, okay, or the perks that you get from credit cards. The perks don't outweigh the negative side. So meaning the majority of either Americans or UK citizens are in debt, and we're talking about credit card debt. You need to question yourself. If this credit card is so great, you get a cheaper loan and all of this, why are so many people in debt and they can't even get out? Why are some people committing suicide because they're in so much credit card debt? The suicide rate is increasing, and a lot of it is because of financial reasons. Do you see what I mean? So this is really important stuff. We don't want to sort of, be wishy-washy about it. We want to be direct. Why? Because it matters. This matters. And I care about you guys. So hence to why I'm saying it. Do you see what I mean? So if you're going to avoid credit cards, guys, tear it up, man. I used to have a bunch of them. And guys, it's it's scary how quick they can pile up. You know what? I've got £500 in the bank. I'll pay it back. All of a sudden, you don't pay it back. Okay, you know what? I needed this. Okay, I'll use my credit card to boost my credit score, my credit, blah, blah, blah. Why is it so pushed down our throat? This is when things start to get worrying. When all you see is credit card. Oh, cheaper this, cheaper that. You can get a credit card. Increase your credit limit. Da, 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 da. It's just being shoved down everybody's throat. Maybe it's time for you to question. Is like, why is it, such a like, why are people who don't use credit card demonized all of a sudden? Oh, you can't get a mortgage. Yes, you can. You can do underwriting. You see what I mean? So a lot of these things play into it, but we're not going to dive too much into that rabbit hole. We're just going to say, look, if you can avoid getting a credit card, avoid it. A lot of people might say you're giving bad financial advice. I'm not giving financial advice in the first place. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. All of this is just for entertainment purposes and blah 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 and everything that all the YouTubers say. But I'm not your financial advisor. So before you make your shot, your call, you best do what it requires you to do, your research and all of that. I'm just sharing you guys from my experience, from people who are above me, people who've achieved the dreams and aspirations that I want to achieve. A lot of them, they pay for things cash. So meaning they don't use credit cards. If they want to use the credit card, they have the ability to pay off 100 grand worth of their credit card. Why? Because they have it. So meaning they don't even use the damn credit card. And a lot of millionaires, you'd be surprised, they cut up their credit cards. They don't actually use it. Why? Because they can afford something outright. They can afford it cash. So that's just that, but that's as real as it can get, really. But tip number 4, anyways, guys, that I have for you guys is groceries. Stop eating out. Okay, if you're one of them, you're addicted to eating out, or you just love it because it's quick, convenient, and look, it's costing you so much money. It's actually scary. It's scary how quick you can start to level up in life. Thank you, Susie. Play the music. I love that. But it's funny how quick you can start leveling up when you get in control of your finances, and takeaways and eating out and Uber Eats and Hungry House, whatever takeaway you're using, guys, please keep it under control. Okay, if you're not controlling your money will control you. That's just how money works. It's almost spiritual in a sense. If you're not controlling money, it will control you, and it's going to leave you. Why? Because money likes to go to people who are able to control it. All right, so get all of that in check, guys. Start packing your lunch. Don't start, oh, you know what, I can't be bothered to pack my lunch. You're gonna end up buying a meal deal. I wonder why it's such of a juicy meal deal. Why? Because the house always wins. So meaning the grocery stores are still making profit. It's a meal deal, yes, but it's structured in a way where it looks cheap, but secretly it isn't. Susie, cut the music so I can say secretly. Secretly it isn't. Okay, you heard it here first. All right, but yeah, so anyways, that's that. Tip number 5, guys, entertainment. You need to cut that out. If you've got a Netflix subscription, guys, I'm sorry, and you're talking to me about financial freedom, and you're paying literally one of the biggest startups there's ever been in our generation, Netflix, who are now just so dominant, and you're paying them money. So they're a startup and you're an entrepreneur. So instead of investing that money into your startup or using that as leverage, an extra, whatever it is you pay per month, into your own business, you decide, you know what, I'm just going to shove it down someone else's mouth and let them have my money for years. Because Netflix subscriptions is monthly, isn't it? So if you've been paying per month for so long, Jesus, how much money have you wasted? And some people, they don't just have Netflix, they have Amazon Prime, they have Hulu, they have all these sorts of streaming, when a lot of these movies you can even stream for free. It's crazy, right? We live in an interesting time, but if you're not in control of your finance, don't be shocked when you reach 50 years old, 40 years old, okay, 60, 70, however old you're going to live. Don't be surprised when you get there and you have no money, you have nothing to show for. So we're all about results. We're all about achieving financial freedom, achieving fire, whatever you want to call it. As I said, it's not early. It's not too early to enjoy life. I believe we should be able to enjoy life right now. And if you're stressing and you hate your 9 to 5, clearly it's not too early. In fact, maybe it might even be late, okay? Because you're waking up hating life and you don't like what you're doing. Life is all about enjoying what you're doing minute by minute, because you might not be alive the next minute. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Those are 5 signs, okay, that you might be fake riching. So meaning, come down to your level, stay in your lane. Don't go out to impress people or to go clubs, buy drinks for people, or do all sorts of things that deep down inside you're like, this is not really me, man. I'm about business, I'm about entrepreneurship, I'm about, I'm about that life. Whereas your friends and your peers around you are dragging you down the wrong path. So be sure you stay on that right path. That's going to allow you to level up. All right, guys. So thank you ever so much. My name is Ronnie MP. Check out that awesome video right there. That awesome video right there. Subscribe button is right there once more. Smash the like button on this video. It helps out the YouTube algorithm a ton. Link is in the description down below from the Financial Academy University, or the programs that I've created for you guys to be able to help you guys out. You guys have asked for it. You guys have got it. And I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Peace out. Much love.